Okay. This is Dr. Chitra Babu. I'm the Nodal Center head for this particular Nodal Center, SSN College of Engineering. Welcome to this webinar, all the student teams. I'll just go over a few things and then hand it over to Bala Subramanian later on. Okay, so let's just see, this is about the Smart India Hackathon Software Edition 2020. And this year, it is going to be completely virtual, as you all know by now. In the past 3 years, it was happening face to face. That is, the student teams will come to the Nodal Center and spend 36 hours continuously work on those problems. This time, due to the pandemic, the entire hackathon has been converted into this virtual mode. So you all know, but still let me say this, Smart India Hackathon is a nationwide initiative to provide students a kind of platform to solve some this kind of pressing problems which are very relevant to our country and our daily lives. And so that it inculcates a culture of product innovation and also a mindset of problem solving. So this particular culture started from 2017. The first edition, it contained only the software edition. And in the subsequent years, the MHRD has also introduced the hardware editions. But right now, whatever is going to happen this August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, that is SIH 2020 Software Edition. So normally, you get an idea of the scale involved. The students are almost 1 million plus students are involved, and 7,218 institutes are involved. And the problem statements come either from ministry or from some industry, and 256 organizations are involved, and selected idea solutions are 5,635, and the total number of problem statements are somewhere around 1,866 plus. So you get an idea of the scale involved. And who are the stakeholders for this? The primary stakeholder is the Ministry of Human Resource Development, and MHRD has formed an innovation cell, and that innovation cell has the objective of systematically fostering the culture of innovation in all the higher education institutions across the country. So with that mission, it has joined hands with AICTE, All India Council for Technical Education. Again, this is an advisory apex body which maintains the standards for all the technical institutes across India. And under its under the AICTE, there are 10,990 colleges as per the current year's statistics. And now I'll come to see all the 22 teams who are currently listening to this webinar. So you all are part of this Nodal Center, SSN College of Engineering. There are going to be totally 41 Nodal Centers across the country where different student teams will be working on the problem statements and provide their solutions. So this is pertaining to the our Nodal Center, SSN College of Engineering. Again, to get an idea, so you have totally there were 63 this time 2020 63 problem statements were submitted, and there are actually 41 nodal centers and there are 243. So this is actually PSO is problem statement owner. So there are totally 63 problem statement owners and they have provided totally 243 problem statements, and currently there are totally 1,081 teams which are spread across all these 41 nodal centers. Let me tell just briefly about SSN College of Engineering. It is an autonomous institution which is affiliated to Anna University at the state of Tamil Nadu. And as per the NIRF ranking, which is given by MHRD, the current year's ranking is 44th rank in the engineering category and 83rd rank among all the educational institutions in India. So this institutions, it was founded by Dr. Shiv Nadar, who was the chairman of the HCL Technologies, and it has 8 engineering departments and 4 humanity departments which are engaged in innovative teaching and cutting edge research. And few major things related to SSN College of Engineering is it's accredited by NAAC with A++ grade, and all the programs are accredited by National Board of Accreditation. And a couple of years back, we received the autonomous status, and it has been selected as a AICTE Research Center to admit research scholars under NDF scheme. And it has been also selected by UGC to mentor other colleges for NAAC accreditation. And one more thing is it's selected by AICTE to mentor other engineering institutions by MBA accreditation. And more relevant to this Smart India Hackathon, the very first time when it was floated in 2017 itself, SSN College of Engineering was one of the nodal centers. We hosted the software edition, and our students also have gone to different nodal centers and have won prizes. Last year also we hosted the SIH software edition. So with I will just introduce the team briefly. I am Dr. Chitra Babu and I am the nodal officer or nodal center head, and Dr. Joseph Gladwin would be the SPOC for this nodal center. The remaining team you will get to know as in this week or when you start working on it. So now I will hand it over to Balasubramanian for telling about Slack. All of you have by now, you have created your Slack account, so you know through that only you are going to communicate. So Balasubramanian will give more details regarding this Slack and how you will be communicating. Over to Bala.
Am I audible?
Yes, Bala.
I will give a brief introduction about Slack. So first of all, I want to congratulate everybody for coming to this level and advance wishes for the finals. And I'll give a brief demo about Slack. So Slack stands for Searchable Log of All Conversation Knowledge. It was developed by Daniel Butterfield, so who also invented Flickr, and it was sold to Yahoo. And they want to make an online multiplayer game. And in that project, they used this for internal communication. And since that is not matured, that the online multiplayer game, they dropped it and they got this idea, and this was made as a separate one. And so Slack stands for Searchable Log of All Conversation and Knowledge. So we'll be using this Slack. So that Slack, we have created SSN SIH 2020 workspace. In that they have created channels. So they use 2 types of channels. One is public channel and the other one is a private channel. And public channel, it's a read-only channel. It is meant for open discussion. And the private channels are meant for private discussions. And this is the step. I hope everybody has completed the step. We have forwarded that join link and everybody has logged in and they have created a user ID. For example, the team, based on your team ID, underscore your name and followed by your team name actually. So that's the convention they have given. And I hope everybody has created this. And this will be your login screen. Once you log in, you need to add your profile photo and then turn on notification and everything will be there. I hope everybody might have completed this. And when you enter Slack, you need to edit your photo and add your full name as an official Aadhaar card actually. They are insisting this. And then I hope we have done the rest of the thing. And then the announcement channel, it's a read-only channel where either SIH will give announcement or SSN Nodal Center will give announcement. And in social media, it's a public channel where you can send your photographs of your working that can be given. So it can be published in the social media. And ask me anything. If you have any queries, you can ask it. And similarly, we also have a Google Meet helpline where you can ask for any live support, live help actually. And then in the private channel, only your team members can interact actually. And these are the general etiquettes while using Slack. Be nice to others, and then don't send private information in public channels. And then if you want to send message to a particular person, use direct message, and then you put the ampersand symbol actually. You use the @ symbol that can be used. And then in Slack, they have workspace like this. If it starts with hash, that's a public channel. And inside we have a lock thing, that's a private channel actually. So this is the one. So whichever you are seeing in hash, like a hash announcement, that's a public channel. And a lock BN147, that's a private channel. And then Slack, normally they have 4 channels, but they are particularly using only public channel and private channel. And then private channel, it appears only in your thing. So we need to add it. So already you have added everybody in the public channel, the private channel. And then once you leave, then you need to get an invite to join it actually. So don't leave the private channel. And then these are the icons you can find actually on top in SSA, SNC, SH 2020. You can find a left button, right button, and a history clock actually. So the left arrow will take you to the previous screen, and the right arrow will take to the next screen. And the history, you can see what are the recent locations you have gone actually. And then channel icons, it will be like this, where you can find the channels, everything. And then communicating via Slack. So therefore, we need to understand the channel as I already told. So you can use this simple message for your internal communication as well as for the group thing. And then if you want to send a message to anybody, direct message, there is a thing called direct message. You click on plus, it will open like this. There, you can start a conversation with a particular person. For example, if you want to converse with the single point of contact with SSN, you need to type admin_Gladwin_SSNC. Therefore, you can address him. You can see in the bottom actually, admin_Joseph Gladwin_SSNC. Therefore, that message will go to Gladwin sir and he will respond it for you actually. And then this is a private channel. So it starts with the lock actually. So DN147 Aero Beast is a team. So in there, the team members are Unidikar, Krupal, and Rushikesh, Snehal, Sudhanshu. These are the members, and they can communicate internally under this actually. And then Slack, you can find the editor, which is what you see is what you get editor. It's a powerful editor. So you see a lightning edit. The next one is a bolts a text. The next one is italics a text. The next one is strike through. The next is you can enter the code actually. And the next one is you can send a hyperlink. And then if you want to number something actually, so that can be used actually. So it's a wonderful what you see, what you get editor. If you click on that lightning thing, it will open a pop-up thing where you can send a message. Therefore, it will open a like a similar to a Word document. It will open where you can type a message something. And similarly, if you click on this apply code, you can share code snippets actually. So that for that it is used actually. And then if you want to pin a message, if you send a message to somebody, and if you want to pin, so that it is an important message. So once you type a message, you can see this icon actually. So where that tick, dot, and the last, if you find 3 dots actually, if you click the 3 dots, you can pin this conversation. Therefore, that will be important conversation. So they will respond it immediately actually. And this is the way where on the lightning, if you click it, it will say create snippet where you can enter a code. This code can communicate to the jury or within you can communicate the code like this actually. So that's about Slack. If you have any doubt, you can send in Slack actually. And next, Gladwin sir will continue actually.
Very good morning. So hope you can hear me.
Yes, Gladwin. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, good morning to all of you. So I am Dr. Joseph Gladwin, and I'm here to just brief you some of the important points that you need to follow. So we have in our nodal center 22 teams participating, and Dr. Chitra Babu, Professor and Head of Computer Science Department, will be the nodal officer. And I, Dr. Joseph Gladwin, is the single point of contact. And before we just get through, just I want to make you familiar with some of the basic terminologies that are involved. One is PSO, which means the problem statement owners. They are the ministries or organizations. And as you know, in our nodal center, there are 4 industry organizations who have given the problem statement. And PS stands for problem statement. NC is the nodal center, and evaluators means judges or juries. So in most announcements and in some instructions, you will come across these abbreviations like PSO, PS, NC, evaluators. So I'm giving you some of the very important points which every team members should follow. So you are supposed to register with your proper documentation, and you will be shared with your form to fill the details. Follow the announcement very carefully and adhere to the schedule of events. The schedule will also be, the updated schedule will also be shared to you. So you are requested to follow the schedule very carefully, and attendance is compulsory. And we are planning to have your attendance taken through Google Forms. And during evaluation, respect the time schedule. So if your evaluation is say fixed at 4 p.m. or 5 p.m., so follow the time schedule of the evaluators, and the evaluators have got the right to disqualify you in case you are not joining the evaluation at the proper scheduled time. And finally, on the 3rd day, you are expected to upload your code and presentation in your Google Drive and share the link to us without any, that link should not have any restrictions, like it should be accessible by us, and that you have to follow. So all these instructions, these are some of the key points. Following the announcements, be present for the attendance, and respecting the time schedule during the evaluation, and finally to upload your code and presentation through a Google Drive link and submit the links to the permission enabled. So after the 3 rounds of evaluation, so the MIC people will take the whatever data you have given. And I understand that some of the mentors are also attending today. So some information I would like to share to the mentors. So student teams may not be online always, and you also may have a similar constraints. So you can have a permanent meeting link on all 3 days, so as to enable the participants to interact with the mentors and vice versa. So announce your presence in the channel whenever you are online, and nodal officer can share this information in the PSO channel so that the students can easily join the meeting. The nodal staff can announce your presence and the area of expertise in line with the student teams who needs your advice. And also, whatever is happening at your end, try to take photographs, your interaction with the students. So all those we need photos. So share as many photos as you can in the social media channel. And some of the key points, again, do's and don'ts. So likely during one of the 3 days, there will be an interaction with the Prime Minister. So ensure you have a very good internet connection. And when you are not actually going to interact, put yourself in mute so that there will not be any noise during the conference. And take as many pictures as possible and post them in the social media link in Slack so that they can be shared on the social media account of the ministry as well as in the nodal center. Evaluators also can take screenshot of evaluation meeting and share them on your social channel. Respect the timelines. Strict policy on plagiarism. This is another point I would like to insist. Whatever the work you are doing should be your original contribution. So don't try to copy or paste whatever is already available in any open source or in any other platforms. So your work should be a genuine work. So don't do any plagiarism activity which might lead to disqualifying your team. And do not join other problem statement channels. This is another important announcement. Every team is given with a separate private channel. So you have to have any interaction amongst your team members in the private channel that is given for you. And any common concerns alone, you can put it in the public channel. So don't have to unnecessarily join in other person's channel. So that also you can take care. So if you have any other doubts or any other queries or any other concerns, you are always welcome to contact either of us by means of email or through Slack channels and get it clarified. We will also send you a detailed instructions in a couple of days by email, which you can look into and follow.
Gladwin, there are some questions in the chat box.
Yes, ma'am.
I think someone has asked, during evaluation, do every team member need to be online?
Yeah, during evaluation, all the team members have to be online. So when the evaluation is happening, because it's only going to be a maximum duration of 20 to 30 minutes. So during the time of evaluation, it is we expect that all the team members are online.
And again, Soumya has asked, the role of mentor is unclear. Do they need to be online?
Mentor need not be online. The mentors is only to have a private communication between the team members and between the team member and the mentors. So you have any doubts or any where you need a clarification, you can speak to your mentors. There are some mentors which you may be having exclusively for your team, and also there are some people who are open to give any advice for across all the teams. So those informations are available in this Slack environment. So for that reason only, I have mentioned that a mentor can have an exclusive communication URL so that you can talk to the mentors. Mentors need not be actually always online, even during evaluation. During evaluation, we only expect all the team members to be online.
Okay. Another question is, how will we get to know that it is the evaluation time? Yeah, it will be a fixed time duration actually, and that will be known to you through the Slack channels. That is, these are going to first day, what is the evaluation time? Second day, what is the evaluation time? So this time slots will be communicated to you ahead of time, both to you as well as the evaluators. The jury panel also will know that this is the evaluation slot. So it will be fixed, and during that time, so you have to be exactly available. That's what he meant by when Gladwin said, if you are not available on time during evaluation and you are making the evaluators wait for you, then they may decide to disqualify you. So it is very important that once the slots are given to you, you have to adhere to that and make yourself available at that time for evaluation. So that's what we mean.
And the timings will be shared to you. As mentioned by Chitra ma'am, we will soon share you the exact schedule and also the time in which the respective team will have an evaluation interaction. That details will be shared to you soon.
Okay, another question by Sudhanshu is, does this Slack app used for live tracking for all 12 hours per 3 days? Can this app live monitor our laptop screens?
Bala sir?
No.
It will not, as per my understanding, it will not do a live monitoring of your laptop screen.
Laptop screen. No, you don't have to worry about any security concerns. It will not be monitoring your laptop screens. Okay, any other doubts? Probably you can even send it.
Yeah, one more question is here by Ritam Goyal. Can we get access to others' project? Why do you need that?
There is another message, ma'am. Below itself she has posted. If yes, then it is against the security of our project. So she is having some fearing.
So
that's why she is
asking. It will not be that. That is why actually it is like here Balasubramanian explained regarding private channels, right? So the private channel, only that particular team members, they can participate and they can interact with their own mentors. So nobody else will be able to get into that private channel. And at Nodal Center, we will be constantly monitoring that if suppose somebody is trying to breach that or do something, then we will immediately know that that is some unwanted or irrelevant person is entering into that particular private channel. So there should not be any security issue. Am I correct, Bala? If there is anything
Yes,
more?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So again, I will repeat that is there are two kinds of channels. So in the private channel, it is only the team members and the mentors. So you get to interact in a private manner. And the public channels are meant for the evaluators so that they can join you and they can actually look at your work and then do the evaluation. So only in the public channel, the evaluators will be joining you. In your private channel, you are the only ones. So nobody else can look at your project or your solution or whatever you are doing, that will not be visible to anybody else. So you need not worry about any security issues there.
One more is asking the platform in which the video evaluation will be and mentoring will be done. Video evaluation will be done through Zoom. So you will get a meeting link. So through the Zoom link, you can join, the team can join, and the evaluators will also join. A representation from the Nodal Center will also join. Slack is only for internal communication. And communicating with the mentoring is between the team and the mentor. So you can either use Slack or any other private mode of communication. So as far evaluation is concerned, we are using Zoom.
Hello, is it audible? Yes.
Yes, yes,
Sir. Preferably, they are insisting to use Slack on desktop actually, and similarly also install Zoom on your desktop so that all communication can be easy. Instead of using mobile or something, you can install Slack desktop on your laptop or desktop. Similarly, also install Zoom on your laptop or desktop actually, so that it will facilitate easy communication actually.
Provided you are using Windows 10 or higher, Windows 10, so that there is a Microsoft app for Slack, so that you can install.
There is one more question from Tarun Agarwal. So he is saying, I'm not asking about team and mentoring, but about company mentoring. That is because there may be something that from the industry side also, they can also do some mentoring, I guess, during that mentoring slot. It's not just the selected mentors, but from the industry side, those mentors also can do the mentoring. So I think Tarun is asking, so how that will happen?
That also we will plan through Zoom. Whenever any interaction is there, we will plan it through Zoom only.
Yeah, to clarify that further, so when we share the schedule to you, you can see that there will be one mentoring slot and one evaluation slot on the first day and second day. And similarly, on the third day, there will be a final mentoring part, and then you will have a power judging round. So for every such slot, we will create a Zoom link, and that will be shared with you. So through that only your work will be either mentored or it will be evaluated by the respective mentors or evaluators. Slack is for doing internal that kind of communication, and you have to constantly watch all the announcements which are coming in the some things are meant for, suppose if the time is up, or if there is some other thing, there is a break right now, or so all these things will come through the announcement channels. And again, you need to provide all your workings through a picture taken and other thing through the social media channel, so that can be projected to the outside world. Yeah, apart from this, you also have a Ask Me Anything channel. So there also, and there is a constant kind of, you can ask questions through that live link also. So you'll have a lot of help while you are working during those 3 days. Whatever you have, any kind of help that you need, you can get through either one of these things. Yeah. So any other questions? Patvi, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Hi.
Okay. Do you want to add anything to our whatever we said? If anything needs to be amended or it needs to be more clearly said, can you add to this?
So, ma'am, first of all, very congratulations to all the team of yours, SSNC. The presentation is going very well, and it's also coming out great on YouTube. So, congratulations to the entire team. I would like to add here, ma'am. The as Tarun asked that he's asking about the company mentoring, and you very well clarified that thing. So, I would like to add there that while the mentor or the company personnel is online in the public channel of the problem statement ID, the team lead or the team member can contact that person and ask the availability of that company mentor, and then they can use any video meeting tool, or if you are giving them the Zoom ID, that particular ID, to go on a call with them and get the mentoring done.
Okay. Thanks, Patvi. And
For Apurva is asking if is it compulsory to use a desktop or a laptop? We would advise you to use a desktop or a laptop rather than a mobile phone. It has got some functionalities are available only desktops and laptop as for your Slack.
Gladwin, it looks like there are some questions in the YouTube chat. Are you able to see them?
Where are the questions on the YouTube chat questions? Probably we will reply, ma'am, through YouTube.
Okay.
Vavali is looking into it.
Okay. Yeah, is this modality clear to every student present in this webinar? That is how we will go about these 3 days. Is there a different question that has been asked in the YouTube chat?
YouTube chat, they are asking regarding mentoring. The mentor is the one whom they have chosen, or is there going to be an industry mentor also?
Actually, the mentors are the mentors they have chosen. They will be the main mentors. But if the industry people are available during that mentoring slot, so they can also mentor. So that is how the document says that the industry people also can do the mentoring during that slot. So depending upon their availability, they can do the mentoring on the first day and second day. See, with your own identified mentors, you can always be connected through your private channel, and even now you are already connected, right, through with your mentors. But with the industry mentors, you need to specifically connect during that mentoring session. If they are available, they will be mentoring you additionally, apart from your own mentors.
Yeah, just to add to Dr. Chitra ma'am, you have your exclusive mentor, and you can check the availability of the industry mentors in the public channel, and you can fix a time. We will also facilitate to connect you through Zoom. And regarding evaluators, there is a question that are they going to be from industry or from SSNCE? So I would say that it is a mix of the mentors, evaluators from the problem statement owner, as well as from the team which was formed from the nodal center, which is again a mix of internal members and the industry personnels. So every evaluation session will have 3 evaluators simultaneously interacting with their team. You will have the representation from the problem statement owner as well as the team members who are appointed duly by the nodal center.
Yeah, in case if you do not have the laptop, then you can use the mobile, but using laptop or desktop is preferable. Apurva has asked this question. So in case you have no access to laptop or desktop, then you can probably fall back to mobile. Any other queries you have regarding that is it clear for you how you should, again I will emphasize that on the first day, the very first thing you have to do is to show your attendance. So for that you have to have your ID proof and everything, and through the Google Forms which will be shared, you have to first get that part that attendance has to be taken. That is a mandatory thing. So take it very seriously. And after that, you have to adhere to these kind of timelines for mentoring and timelines for evaluations on each of the days. And you also have to post your pictures and other things in the social media channel. Everything else, whichever you need during the time, that will be provided through both the live that kind of a live link, and as well as through the Ask Me Anything channel, Slack channel. So this is what is the overall gist of the thing. And finally, again, at the end of it, your entire code and your presentation, this has to be submitted in a proper form, and you have to give a workable link with proper permissions. If the link is not working, then you are bound to be disqualified. Again, keep this in mind, because of that, I don't want any of the teams to get disqualified. So keep this point very much in your mind, that the final submission has to be done in a proper way. Only then you are even in for the contest itself. Otherwise, you will be disqualified. So this is very important. At any point, if you are found that you are copying or you are doing something unethical, if there is a proof for that, again, you will definitely get disqualified. So don't resort to any such kind of measures where you simply copy others' work or do some kind of unethical things. And if you find that out, then you will be plagiarism, in the sense that some kind of code is available in the net and you are simply copying. Any kind of such plagiarism, if we find, then we will immediately disqualify that thing. So these are very, very important points which you have to keep in mind.
Regarding the attendance, I would ask everyone to have a copy of your Aadhaar card handy. On the first day, you will be given a link for a Google Forms, wherein you have to upload a clear copy of your Aadhaar card. And also, I would suggest to have a photograph handy with you. So if needed, we will ask you to upload that also. The first day attendance in the Google form, you may have to upload these two. So now itself, you can have a scanned version of your Aadhaar card and keep it handy, preferably in PDF format.
Is there any other questions? Is everything clear to the participants of this webinar, the students? Pathway, is there anything else which needs to be? Okay, somebody else is asking, is there going to be a size limit for uploading the documents?
Which size limit? Your Aadhaar, you can have it in PDF version. For your photograph, you make sure that it is not exceeding, maybe not exceeding 1 MB.
Gladwin, would it be preferable instead of the simple photograph, if they have their college IDs, that'd be a good thing to have?
Yes, madam. Yes.
Apart from your Aadhaar ID, You can also have your, all of you definitely would have your own college ID cards. So probably that can be used as the secondary ID proof. So the two things you can keep with you. One is your Aadhaar ID proof and other is your college ID proof. Somebody is asking, Guru Prasad is asking, do evaluators need to fill attendance? No. So they will not be doing any of those things. They will only be filling the scores. After interacting with you, they will be filling the scores in the form which is given to them. Attendance will purely be taken care of by the nodal center. So we will be the ones in charge of attendance. Evaluators will not do that. Okay, somebody is saying my college ID is in college and I don't have it now. So will Aadhaar card? Yeah, in that case, it's fine. Yeah, I just suggested in case everyone has the college ID, then it is an easy way of having that. If you are not having, no worries. So apart from the Aadhaar card, they can simply have some other photograph.
Actually, Aadhaar card is a mandatory document.
Yeah.
So Aadhaar card is mandatory. Apart from Aadhaar card, we would like to have a copy of your identity card also. So,
so the primary identification document will be Aadhaar card. And the secondary ID will be either your college ID, and in case you do not have your college ID with you, then you can give some other kind of ID like your photograph, or maybe if you have a driver's license, any one of those things, or even passport, whatever it is. Any other queries? Is the overall flow clear to every student here? How you will be actually going about these 3 days participating in this hackathon? Because even if any one of you have participated in the earlier hackathons, or if you have heard about the experiences from your seniors regarding the Smart India Hackathon, how they went about it, that would have been a physical experience. Now the entire thing, all the interactions are happening in a virtual mode, and that puts a completely different spin, and that's why we are asking again, that is the flow clear from the beginning to end, how you would go about it.
Screenshot.
Okay. If there are no more questions, Partvi, is there anything else which where we have missed out?
No, ma'am, you have covered everything. And if there are no more questions, I would just want to, congratulate, and I would want to tell all the participants that this is something very new that you are going to experience. So enjoy your experience and your journey of SIH 2020, which is the first virtual hackathon happening this year. So it might not be the case next year. So this is one of a kind. So please do enjoy the journey, and all the best for your coding and your submissions.
Yeah, I also join in wishing all the student teams here all the best. Work well, and good luck. Good luck.
Well, all the best. All the best to all of you. Keep in touch. We are always there to clear any doubts, even if you have at any time. Thank you.
Okay, we'll close the meeting right. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, all of you.